Good morning. It is cold. It is very cold. Winter has just set in, I think, last weekend. Mind you, it's a nice sunny day today, but you get that. It's June, and June, July, August, fantastic time to go and hit the surf. Trout season's closed, and unfortunately I missed the last 2 weekends of that due to some issues, but that's all good and well now. We're back on the road. So, surf fishing. It is the perfect time for salmon fishing down along the southern coast, and of course I'm going to be hitting the surf tomorrow, so decided to make some burley. Now, in a few of my past videos I've had a few comments about, oh, I should use some burley, I should start using burley. Absolutely should start using burley, because as I've previously said, one bait on a 10k stretch of beach is not going to attract a lot of salmon, but 2 or 3 kilos of burley certainly will. So I've decided to start making it, and you know how cold it is? It's that cold when you put your defrosted fish in a bucket and the water freezes. Look at the ice. Look at the ice. Ooh, that is cold. Anyway, what have we got in here? We've got some slimy mackerel that we caught last year, last summer, and I've also put some pilchards in there as well. So I'm just going to mash that up, and then I'm going to, once I've done that, I've got some fish attractant oil from Wilson, some really good stuff, and of course I'm going to throw in a few whiting burley nuts as well, because they'll break down. They're a bigger pellet too, so they'll take a little while to break down. I'm going to throw some handy chook pellets in there too, because they're nice and fine. So I've got a mixture of all these chunks, and then I'm going to put it into this bag. I'm going to pour it into this bucket, into this bag, and then once I've done that, I'm going to seal it, put the whole bag in my freezer. Once the bag's in the freezer, I'll pull it out tomorrow. We'll just take the whole thing down, carry it along the beach, stick it in the shore break, and that should bring in the salmon. So anyway, I'm going to get back to making burley. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Well, good morning. Oh, what a beautiful fresh morning. Gunnamatta Surf Beach. It is the second weekend in June. Prime time for salmon surf beach fishing along the southern coastline, which is great. I've just walked about 700 metres from the car park, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 anglers I can see. And everyone from the car park to where I am has caught salmon on the dead low tide in the gutters. That's pretty promising. I've got 5 hours before the top of the high tide. I'm hoping that burley does its thing and bring some fish in. I think it could. Anyway, very quick rundown on the surf setup for today. It is a 10-foot surf rod, 10 to 15 kilo. I'm running, I think I've got about 20-pound braid on this from memory, and I've got a 40-pound leader running down to a 20-pound leader via a swivel. Double paternoster rig. Mustard red bait holder size 2.0. I reckon that is the best salmon hook by far. It's a nice big gape on it. Holds a pilchard or a big bit of pippy on there, not a problem. And just to avoid the sand crabs, I've got a blue surf popper on the bottom. I may change that. I may change that over to a mustard bait holder with a Xerex soft plastic on there, just to spice it up a bit, but we'll see what happens. If I get the fish accumulating in this gutter, I've got a nice light 10-foot surf stick for lure casting, and I've just got a nice little shore casting metal lure on here, which the best part about these shore casting metal lures is that I can work the different water columns. With a normal laser lure or metal slug, you're basically cranking it across the top, whereas with these you can actually jerk them. So shore jigging, cast out as far as you can, just jerk them, and every time you wind up the slack they're fluttering towards the bottom. So you're actually covering different water columns, which is very effective. Anyway, let's catch some salmon. Now the waiting game begins. Well, it's an absolutely glorious day today. The wind prediction is like 15 to 20 knots. Certainly not blowing that yet, but I think later on this afternoon it's going to, and it's coming from the north. That's one thing I really love about surf fishing at Gunnamatta, is that northerly wind just blows straight off the top of the sand dunes, keeping it relatively flat out in the ocean. So a really nice place to fish without a doubt. And there's some really big gutters along here too. A few shallow ones down near the car park. And then of course you've got, this is the first deep gutter. You've got about another 3 or 4 a bit further along. When the salmon are on though, it certainly is standing room only. I don't know if you can see it, but have a look at the size of that bucket of burley. Man, that was heavy to carry down. I reckon that's probably about 6-7 kilos of weight, one solid frozen block. Hopefully that's going to be a ripper today. You saw what we put in it: mackerel, pillies, tuna oil pellets. That is a meal for one right there, or hopefully a meal for thousands. That you should see all the mullet just in the shore break because of my burley. Wow, come on buddy, use those waves, go with the fish, use the pressure of the wave, use the pressure, and straight up the beach. Well, that was certainly cool. How's that? What a beautiful little Australian salmon from Gunnamatta, and on the surf popper, which is even better too. That's one good thing about running a bait in a surf popper, because if your bait gets eaten, you've always got the backup of the popper. Well, man, what a cool fish. That's awesome. Well, I'm actually going to hold the rod this time, because every time I put it in the rod, I would have to talk to the gut. And we're on. Still there. He's just swimming, 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 swimming. Again, just use those waves. Whoa. Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Come on, bud. Let's go. Come and say hello. Come to the party. Come to the party. Come to the party. Come on. Come on. Oh. Get a load of that, sir. Happy surf fishing in June. Look. Oh. And on the surf popper again. That's a winner. Blue and white today. Woo! This is getting exciting stuff. So one thing I'm trialing today, I haven't used it for a number of years, but the old grappling sinker, and this one's actually a long cast. It's actually got a little hook on there. Bonus about that is if you run a slightly different rig, you can actually hook your hook on there and cast a whole lot together. I'm running a Paternoster rig, so I don't need to hook it on there, but that is perfect little sinker. Grappling style, 6 ounce, hits the water, sits down, grabs in the sand and slowly moves and drags. Not as much as what a traditional star. These grappling sinkers are the go. That one, another one on the surf popper again. I'll tell you what, it's winning. These fish are getting bigger too, and I'm taking all this time talking to the camera. Gonna go and release this one and we'll get back out there. Here you go, mate. Go back to your buds. See ya. No, not back this way, that way. Gonski. That last cast must have donged it right in the head. As soon as he hit the water, bang, he was on. What a lovely day. My heart is beating. See, I can't even get my words out properly. Beating at 100 mile an hour, because this is just exciting fishing. That gutter has formed beautifully. The sand's all been sucked out, and it's just a nice deep gutter right across here now. And that gentleman next to me was catching fish before. He still is, but the gutter's opened up on my side. And of course the fish have spread out, which is awesome. Bit of a side wash, it's dragging my bait over to the left. It's a little bit painful, but the sinker's moving also slowly, so it's actually not too bad. But I just keep casting to the right slightly and just let it work across that gutter. And good morning, Grandpa. Oh, we're on! And it's taken through! Definitely that surf popper. Killing it today. Why do I even bother putting a bait out? Look at that, another one. What a cool fish, man. They are just lightning bullets in the surf, and that aerial work. Hello. Energetic. Woo! Thanks, man. Winter fun in the surf. Oh, hang on. I want to get sucked in. There you go, man. Oh, shit balls. Back up wave. Soaked. Alright, that didn't mean to happen. Let's get our wet clothes off. Ha ha. Funny ha. And move the cameras because those waves are getting a little bit... How you doing? A bust off and it took my blue surf popper and I've only got one. But we've changed it up. Back to that mustard hook and a little Xeric flash wiggly. Hello, let's see if that does the job. There we go. Again, that mustard red bait holder. Just a cracking hook. Look at that. Right in the corner. Right in the corner of the jaw there. Oh. Perfect hookup, eh? Perfect hookup. Alright, sorry. Let's go. Sorry for your little piercing, bro. There you go. He's gone somewhere. Oh, there he goes. Boomtown. Now what's super cool is it's only like 11:30. That's only 3 hours into the run out, into the run in. And we've still got all the way till 2:30 this afternoon, and these fish are thick, thick. That's awesome. We're on. We're on. Come on. Oh, double. Double, if you like. A double. A double, if you like. One on the bait and one on the Xeric. How good's that? Woo! Yeah, boy. Let's get them both back in. Let's get them both back in. That is ripper fishing right now. Ripper fishing. It's all right, guys. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Here you go, look. Here you go. See ya. No, that way. That way, that way. Woo! Happening. Whirly bag washing away and fish on. there's no doubt they're good fish. These are kilo, I'd say. Yeah, maybe a good kilo, maybe 800 grams to a kilo, but they're good fish by any means. Well, that was an absolute mad bite for about, I don't know, 20 minutes, maybe half an hour. You know, double header, quite a few more released, kept 2, lost a few. Man, what a mad session. And it's not even high tide. Well, how good is that? Wow, I'm beat. Another beautiful Australian salmon from Gunnamatta Surf Beach. Winter fishing at its finest, without a doubt. I'm going to end it on that note because you know what? It's not even the top of high tide, but I've caught more than enough fish, catch and release, than what I really want to. I've had an absolute blast doing it. As this gentleman over here just catches an absolute brute. Have a look at that coming up the beach. That fish has got to be 1.5 kilos. Well, you know what? If you're in Victoria and you want to go surf fishing in the winter, Gunnamatta is now the place to be. This is heaven on a stick on a beautiful day, blowing 20 up there. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. I reckon there might be a few more surf videos coming up. Let's just wait and see. But in the meantime, let's get this guy back in the water. Thanks for watching.